wakey wakey, hope you had a good night's rest. You're probably very confused on where you are, but hold on. I'm not a kidnapper. I'm just here to ask you some questions. But I have a feeling the drugs we put you under were very strong. So go ahead. Take the case file and read it for yourself.
Be me, 34-year-old woman, staying at my sister's house with her family. They have two boys, one 16 years old and one 14 years old. 14-year-old boy acts weird around me, but I know he loves his aunt. I wake up on my last day in town and go to sit on the couch. My sister and her husband went to the store, so it's just me home alone with the two boys. They're still asleep. The 14-year-old comes walking out and has a visible erection. He says to me, "I suddenly got big, help me," and pulls his penis out. I scream and call his mother. He gets grounded from internet and video games for a year and ends up going to therapy. I get home the next week and hop on Tinder to find me a new lover. I match with an African American man. He shows up to my apartment and tells me he's going to purify me with his supreme BBC. Married within a few months, he leaves me after we have our first kid. I gain 200 pounds and find Fortan. My story is finally out there.
So, does this sound familiar to you at all? Any recollection of these events coming back to you? No? Well then, since you don't remember, let me just tell you that you were the 16-year-old. You saw everything and knew everything, didn't you? No? Not even that? Well, let's move on to your mother's testimony. Go on.
Be me, a loving mother of two children, both boys. This story starts when they were 14 and 16. 14-year-old had a pornography addiction that had noticeable negative impact on him. One day, my husband and I were at the store when I get a phone call from my sister claiming that my son showed her his penis. I ground him from all electronics and force him into therapy. Years go by and he changes into the man we wanted him to be. He becomes a helper, a hard worker, and a true patriot. My other son transitioned and is now my beautiful daughter. Decide to pay him a visit one day at his apartment. I knock on the door and he opens up. I ask to come in and sit on his couch and he's acting all weird. I hear a sneeze from his bedroom. I ask who it is. Turns out it's my sister and they're desperately trying to explain how they didn't have sex, which gives me the idea that they had sex. I tell them how mad I am. I yell and say how disgusting it is and that how the worst part is I couldn't be a part of it. Just then there's another knock at the door. It's my daughter and I explain to her what has been going on. She gets angry at us for not letting her in on this too. We end up having the best orgy ever. My husband walks in on us and says, "Hey yo, room for one more?" Hours later, the apartment reeks and we're all laughing, reminiscing of the times when my son had a porn addiction.
This case has gone cold since before it was brought to our attention. These people just have the most bizarre tales to tell that just directly contradict with each other, almost as if someone was trying to cover something up. Well, no matter the case, this all depends on you. After you read this last testimony, it's gonna all come back flooding in. So go ahead, finish up your last meal. I'm done pretending.
Be me, Accidentally catch my 14-year-old brother on N hentai. Was gonna never bring it up again, but the little fuck started acting weird. Apparently he's been browsing the Shadowcon incest MILF tags because he's recently taken an interest in our aunt. Motherfucker isn't even subtle about it. Thinks the world runs on hentai logic. One night when we're sleeping over at her place, he wakes up at like 12 p.m. and gets out of bed. I'm still awake and follow him. Little bro goes to aunt reading on the couch. He has a massive fucking boner. Pulls the generic hentai, "It suddenly got big, help me!" Whips out his cock and gets closer expecting a fuck. Instead gets screamed at by the aunt and essentially every member of the family the next day, plus no internet, TV, or video games for the next year. Serves you right, little fucking dumbass.
So you remember, huh? By the look on your face, it seems like you do. Go on, confess what you did. I just might let you go. Tell me what really happened.
Be me at 14 years old. Have major hentai addiction. I watch so much MILF porn that I get horny over my aunt. One day when she's over, I go full tard mode and apply my hentai logic. She's on the couch and I tell her my penis got big, help. I pull it out and she screams. I get banned from internet, games, and TV for a full year. Go to therapy. Time passes and I grow and change as a person. Find my brother's green text about me so everyone knows my story. I'm humbled and find God. I learn to walk in Christ's light. My aunt's husband leaves her and I apologize to her while leaving her a Walmart gift card worth $100. My brother transitions to a female. I travel to other countries and provide service, rebuilding villages, and helping grow food. I become the change I want to see in the world and quit watching porn. Years pass and I'm sitting in my apartment. My aunt knocks on the door. She's wondering if she can stay over. I accept. She's staying on the couch in a tank top and asks if she can take it off. Fast forward a few minutes and I'm fucking my aunt on my couch. It's everything I had ever wanted it to be. Never give up on your dreams.
So that's what really happened. After all these years, it's finally been solved. By the way, if you haven't noticed, you're actually cuffed to your chair. No one is looking at us right now. No cameras. No one behind that glass over there. What happens in this room stays between us. Or should I say, me. I'm just kidding. I'll let you go. You really thought you were going to be free? You're sick in me.